Hello everyone. Today in this tutorial video I am going to discuss about a library called Scorecard.py. This package is Python version of R package Scorecard. Its goal is to make traditional credit risk modeling a lot easier and efficient. It can do stuff like partitioning the data, checking IVs, checking WOE plots, and others. So, if you don't have this library, please install it using this command. And we are going to explore few of these functions in the library by using an example dataset. Um, let's get into the Python notebook and see it in action. So let us open a new Python notebook. In this notebook, first import pandas. After importing, now let's import our CSV, pd.read CSV. So I have downloaded a dataset from internet, which is a short version of German credit dataset. This dataset is there in my this path here. So the name of the CSV file is German credit data. So I'm going to first copy the path and paste it here. Then the name of the CSV file. So it is imported. Now let us look at the head of this data frame. So here in this data frame we have around 10 variables and 9 of them are independent variables and one is a dependent variable which is called risk. So you can see the variable names like age, sex, job, housing, savings account, all these variables are there. Now let us import the library which we are going to use. Import scorecard as say SC. So if you don't have this, then use this command pip install scorecard.py. Okay. Right. So as I already have this, I am not installing it again. I'm just importing it. Now I have to mention the dependent variable. So the name of this is risk. Next, the first command which I am going to try is sc.woe bin. I have to give the name of the data frame which is df, comma, the dependent variable which is y. Okay, so here I will give its name as bins. Now let's execute this. So here you will be seeing creating WOE binning, and once it is created, so here you will get the output that binning on 1000 rows and 10 columns in 12 seconds. Now let's see what is there in this bins variable. So for that we can directly plot it using the function WOE bin plot of we have given this, we have to again give this bins in this. Okay, now let's execute this. Okay, so now this is the beauty of this library. Here you can see it is giving it has done auto binning, and it is calculating the risk percentage and also giving it whether it is in a positive linear relationship with the target variable or the negative relationship. So here you can see, I will explain these numbers in detail. So in x-axis you will see all the bins which are created by the library. Here this is a categorical variable housing, that's why we can see only own, rented, free, and here we can see the distribution and count. So 713 customers of 1000 customers are falling into this bin. So 71.3% customers are falling in this bin with a risk percentage of 26%. Okay, and rented population is around 179 customers and 17.9% of the customers, and the risk percentage is 39. So by looking at this, we can say that the customers who own a property are less risky when compared to the customers who are rented or in free bucket, right? So, and also this will have a figure called IV, which is 0.08 in this case. So this says that this variable is having a good predictive power which we can use it in our models. So that is what this graph is saying. Similarly, for other variables also, you can see the relationship between the dependent variable and the bins. Here missing percentage can be seen and the other classes. And if you have a continuous variable like this duration, so you can see it has automatically binned from minus infinity, which means from 0 mostly, to 8, and from 8 to 16, 16 to 34, like this. And you can see a perfect relationship. When you have this kind of perfect relationship in the variable, you will see a higher IV value, which you can say duration is better predictor or a better variable in predictive model than the one which have a less IV, 0.08. Okay, so similarly you can see the other variables. You can see zigzag formation in this age variable, and there is a U-shaped curve in this credit amount. Like this, you can explore the data and understand what it is saying and how it is related to the dependent variable, which will be very useful for you in your data analysis before actually starting a model. There are other functions in this library like splitting the data and adjusting the bin. If you don't like a particular binning strategy used by the library, you can actually do adjustments to the bins, so that can be done. And there are other things which you can explore here, like scorecard scaling, and these are the next steps. So initially, once you explore the data and once you finish the model, first cut of model, then you can explore these things and tune your model accordingly. So this is a very useful library, and mostly in these interviews we are asked to solve credit related or insurance related data sets. They will ask us to give analysis on that, and what insights we can derive from this data and how better we can make this model, etc. So once you explore with this library, you will be able to do all such things within easily. Instead of actually visualizing it by yourself, this library makes your life simpler. Hope you have learned something new in this video. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel for more interesting updates and videos. Thank you.